Hello everyone, this is Ivan with Create Your Future. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in personal development, relationships, and the law of attraction. And today I wanted to do a video for you all of how you could align with whatever desire it is that you're wanting to accomplish. But before I jump into a success story and also some techniques that you could use, I wanted to remind you that we're currently running a contest where as soon as we hit 100,000 subscribers, 3 lucky winners will receive a free coaching session with the coach of their choice. All you have to do is comment down below how the law of attraction or the law of assumption has helped you create something amazing in your life. And also please make sure to like and share this video so it gets to a lot of people. All right, so let's jump into the success story. So this client came to me because she had already created a lot of wonderful experiences in her life through the law of assumption, and she was able to assume new things about her SP that were coming about, but she noticed an inconsistency with it. When she was telling me, it's like there was an inconsistency in the communication and also in the interaction that they both had. So as we were talking, what I started to notice was that she was a lot of the time she was kind of like her state of being was kind of like a roller coaster, because she was just like, sometimes she was up, sometimes she was down. And anytime that she would have communication with her SP, she would get nervous, or she would get frustrated, or she would start fear that maybe the communication could be gone at any moment. So this is something that usually happens because the past tries to come about in your current reality, whatever you're experiencing, because your mind is associating the experience to something from the past. So what you want to do is reprogram that by telling a new story, of course. So here's something that we actually did, which was very beneficial for her. So as she started to get more of the communication flowing into her with her and her SP, she started to go within her mind and have this talk of saying, I'm confident about my communication. This communication is solid and it's great. He finds me to be so interesting, fun, and exciting that he wants more communication with me. He's always so interested in what I have to say because I'm just an interesting, important person to him. So she started to have an inner conversation with an intention, but also incorporating her concept while doing so. And she was able to reflect that immediately to where it started to shift her the more that she did it over and over and over again, to where like the SP started to conform to this new realization. And it's not so much that the SP conformed, but she conformed to that new assumption and leaving behind the fear that was caused by past experiences, okay? So this is a wonderful technique that you could use. And even if you're in no communication with your SP, let's just say that you're going through about your day and you start thinking, well, I'm no communication. Is this even possible? Well, that's when immediately you're going to go, it is possible. Why? Because I'm such an amazing person that is so worthy of wonderful conversations, of wonderful experiences. Now, let's say that you're having trouble with communication right now, okay? What is your concept of communication? Look at it. So there's people that love you right now, whether it be your family, whether it be your friends, whether it be your coworkers, or whoever. There's some people who express a certain interest in you, appreciation towards you. Are you communicating with them? Because remember, if your concept is that I want the one who loves me to communicate with me, are you communicating with the loved ones that you currently have that show you that expression? Remember that in some way or another, everyone is you pushed out. So if you start to reach out to your mother, your father, your brother, your friend, your coworker, somebody, and not without, you don't want to condition it, but you start to have this conversation with the people who currently love you, who are currently experiencing and currently available for you. The universe starts to say, hey, you have such an amazing relationship with communication. Let's bring more communication about. So try it. If you're in no communication, start having communication. And that would bring you in alignment because you start to create, like I said before, you create bonds with the things that you're feeling lack with. So whether it's money, whether it's an opportunity, whatever it is, you start to build more of a trust. So I did it myself. At one point where I was lacking a sense of communication from someone, I started to communicate with those who love me right now, whether it be a friend or a family member. And I would start to really indulge in the conversations and really feel this feeling of being loved and wanted, where the people that I was communicating with were really interested in what I had to say. So try it, and whatever experiences that you're going through, how is it that you are experiencing yourself? How is it that you're projecting what it is that you want back? Okay, so that is something that I told this client as well. And this is the way that she actually got communication to be a little bit more consistent. And with that inner conversation of her telling herself that she is incredible, that she is wonderful, that she's exciting, that everyone wants to talk to her, incorporating the intention with a self-concept, it really helped her to create something wonderful, to where it's now become something more solid, and she could focus on the next step, which is more of a commitment, and more of an acceptance of the relationship. But now she has this tool where she's like, okay, so if I want commitment, how am I staying committed to myself? Am I, staying on track day to day by showing myself a sense of love? Because if I want love, I'd have to show myself love, so I know what it feels like. So I know what it's like to be loved, and we all know what it's like to be loved. And this was here's a really interesting exercise that I would like you to try. I actually did a short, and many of you didn't get to see it, but it's getting yourself into an imaginal act where you recall a moment in your life where you were really, really happy, okay? So for example, a child, right? I used this example with one of my clients this week. Kids are always, when they know that they're going to Disneyland, they get so excited about going to Disneyland because it's the most magical place. So what does a kid feel till the moment that they get there? It's like a curiosity is sparked. And it's like, this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen, and they just create this amazing emotion within themselves. So start getting yourself into an imaginal act of you going into that magic place that you want to be. Like, go into it, and it doesn't even have to be like with your SP. It could be whatever that starts to emit an emotion of this sense of excitement, of this sense of happiness, of joy, of looking something forward, something to look forward towards to. Get into that experience, or even just a past memory that really, really caused a lot of excitement. So, for example, like I mentioned in that video that one of my favorite scenes to kind of get myself into this like really sense of love is remembering my great grandmother, who I was really close to and who I shared a lot of wonderful experiences with. So anytime that I think of her, I immediately go into this state of love. But if I want to elevate myself, I would go to Disneyland every summer when I was growing up. And I remember that one of my favorite rides was actually the Jungle Cruise, because it was my grandfather's favorite ride, and my grandfather is one of the men that I most admire in my life. And I remember that I would get so excited to see it because I always thought of myself to be in like this adventure. So as an adult, and this is a really great way to actually also entertain that inner child of yours. It's like, I would go into this act where I'm like remembering myself getting so excited to get into that boat ride, to see like this sense of adventure in a safari kind of mode, because I always like that, and now as an adult, I still want a sense of adventure. So my subconscious mind relates that child version of me, how I interpreted adventure, to my current self, to where if I'm seeking an adventure or an experience, I can associate it with that and then start saying my intentions, and the emotion, the experience is there, and my subconscious mind is easily impressed. So give it a try, give yourself a little time and get yourself in a peaceful state, breath work, and then jump into a small visualization. It doesn't have to take forever, but as long as you get that feeling, hold on to that feeling and immediately jump into your intentions, jump into your affirmations. Okay, another great technique that you could start believing a lot of this self-concept is start choosing the self-concept you already believe. That way you could learn yourself up and get your confidence up to believe the things you want to be more of. So for example, if right now you believe that you're a person that is funny, who is attractive, that is, a good person, start saying, I am a good person, I am attractive. That immediately starts to elevate you in a way. And then you could draw yourself like, you know what? I am the best girlfriend. I am the best boyfriend. I am the most wonderful wife. I am the most wonderful husband. You start to elevate everything, and it starts to fall into place because you're building that part of you. You're creating that excitement. You're aligning to with the things that you want to. So this is a great way to start to align to the things that you want, is by elevating yourself, is by encouraging yourself to be the most magnificent you ever, all right? So it's a short little video for you all. I intend that you get something good out of it, and I also wanted to remind you that I am available for one-on-one coaching. Links are down below, and I'll see you next week. Bye.